Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. And it's time for the Give a Knife, Take a Knife Big Red Edition. So, for those of you that might not know, the Give a Knife, Take a Knife was started by our good buddy JT from JT's Knife Life. He assembled a group of people from YouTube and Instagram, and he started out with 6 knives. And these 6 knives were to travel across the U.S., visiting person to person, and once you get them, you're supposed to get the knives, look at them, take one that you would be interested in keeping, reviewing, whatever, one that you liked, and then replacing it with a knife. So, give a knife, take a knife. So, this has been to the likes of my good buddy Carlos, Daily Carry Solutions, Ray at EDCC, Jack Farm Boy, Brian, Slicey Dicey. It's been around to quite a few people. Sean from Geared Toward Gear. It's been to a couple of guys on Instagram already. And I'm not 100% sure on who I'm supposed to send it to next. When I'm done, I guess I'll get a hold of JT and he'll let me know. But it's my turn. So, what we're going to do, guys, is I'm going to go through, give you a brief introduction to each of the knives. If you've been following Give a Knife, Take a Knife, you've probably seen a few of these before. Maybe not all of them. I know I haven't watched recently some of the guys because I kind of wanted to be surprised. I knew a few of them that were in there. So, let's start. And basically what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to take a knife. Like I said, brief introduction, and we'll figure out if I'm going to keep it or not. Okay? First one I'm going to start with. I'm going to start with this one because it was designed by my good buddy, Adrian, from Damned Designs. It is the Damned Designs Wraith. The Wraith is an absolutely awesome knife. I love this knife. Titanium M390. On this one, you've got, I love that sheep's footy blade, swedge across the top, jimping. The Wraith has a special kind of place in my heart because, not only was it designed by Adrian, but Adrian, there was a bunch of us. He sent one out to the Passaround to get our thoughts on it, and as a prototype. So we helped him, told him, give him some feedback, and he took that feedback, put it to work, and the Wraith came out. This is an absolutely fantastic, fantastic knife, guys. I love it. I really do. And I'm not going to keep the Wraith, guys. The only reason I am not keeping the Wraith is I already have 2 of them. I have the red and black carbon fiber version, and I have a red micarta version. That is pretty much the only reason why I am not keeping the Wraith. That and someone else that hasn't had the opportunity to see the Wraith yet needs to, in my opinion. So I'm very sorry, Adrian. I showed these knives off on Saturday Knife Live a couple weeks back, and people were like, you got to keep it, man. You can have one of every color. And I was like, oh, I really would. But no. Sadly, I am not keeping the Wraith. It is an awesome, awesome knife. But I already have 2. So the Wraith is not being taken. Next up, what should we talk about next? Let's talk about this guy. The Real Steel situs. This is, again, a very good looking knife. I really like the shred carbon fiber on this one. Fairly a deep carry clip. Stainless liners. The flathead screws on this are very interesting. Really digging the look of it. It's a thumb hole deployer. No thumb studs, no flipper. Can I do it? Oh, come on. Oh, almost. It hit my finger. Anyway. Yeah, I'm Spidey Flick dumb. Really, really nice looking knife. D2. Now, it's a collaboration with Poltergeist Bladeworks, which is pretty cool. I'm digging the drop point blade on this. There's a lot I dig about this knife. Feels really, really good in hand. Jimping is done very well. Oh, it feels good. Feels very good. The situs is going to go back over here for a little bit. Yeah. Next one up, guys. The Tucson TS67. All titanium construction, frame lock, D2 blade. Guys, this knife is just silly smooth. My goodness. The action, there, it almost, this knife you have to be careful with. It almost got me there. Nice, slender construction. You've got that kind of lightning bolt or even river anno job on it. But the thing that really gets me about this knife is just, man, I've got to be careful with that thing. It's just silly smooth. Very, very impressive. Very impressive knife. Haven't had a lot of Tucsons on the channel, but man, this is a very, very sleek, slender, and just absolutely silly knife. Silly smooth. Sorry, I didn't mean to call it a silly knife. Silly smooth. It's a guillotine, guys. Holy cow. The TS67 is not being chosen. The only reason it's not being chosen, well, it's really the blade grind. Just not really crazy about compound blades. Compound grinds on blades. Other than that, yeah, it's, guys, if you ever get a chance to get your hands on a TS67, do it. That's all I can say. A highly crazy smooth knife. Whoa, look out. Bumped the camera. There we go. Not being chosen, though. Not being chosen. Next one we're going to talk about is this green case Teardrop Jack. Really, really beautiful green on this. When I talked about this on Saturday Night Live, a lot of people think this is the one that I'm going to choose overall. It got a lot of votes. Really nice. You've got the case, stainless steel on it. There's your model number, made in the USA. I really do like the Teardrop Jack. It's really, really growing on me as a pattern. Nice little pen blade on it. That green bone. Oh, that's a pretty cool color. I know Tojo wants me to pick this one because it's green. But no, I am not picking the case, guys. Not going to be the one that's going to stay with me. What should we talk about next? Let's talk about the concept. I hope I'm saying it right. I'm not still sold that it's concept or concept, but we're going to call it concept for right now. S35 VN blade steel. Titanium. It's got a micarta inlay. Now, this is a prototype. Carlos from Daily Carry Solutions put this one in. I remember that from way back. And it's a prototype, so it's the Warrior. I'm sorry, the Concept Warrior. And from what I can tell, the models of the Warrior, none of them came out with this type of micarta inlay in it. A lot of them have the bolstered look. They have like carbon fiber and micarta, but you have that bolstered look on them. I really like the way this one looks. I really like the micarta inlay on this. Again, really, really smooth knife. I think I can do this one. I don't know. No, it's too... Oh, I did it. Oh, but it wasn't on camera, so it doesn't count. Anyhow, sad face. Nice slender knife. Good grip. Oh, it feels absolutely terrific in hand. Milled clip. Not a lot of ramp on it, but it is pretty smooth in and out of pocket. The blade shape. I'm digging that blade shape. Kind of almost has that sort of Raptor, you know, bird of prey type look to it. Gorgeous knife. This one, the concept, it's gonna go right here for a minute. The next one we're gonna take about is this big old beast right here. This is, if I can get it to, no, it's the Zone Knife Company, but it's a Steadman design. So Zone is pretty much a Steadman, I guess, subsidiary or partner with. Zone is a partner with Steadman. If you look them up, there you go, Zone Knives Company. They're pretty much listed as Steadmans. So like on Blade HQ and stuff like that, that's what they're listed under. You got the Jade G10 again. Flat tip screws all around. Very interesting. It's a good size knife. My 3 3/4 inch hand, and we've got a lot left over, really. Overall, we're looking at, I forget how long it is. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 1/4, right about 9 1/4 inches. Your handle length is pretty much 5 inches long, and that's going to give you a 4 1/4 inch blade with your cutting edge right about 3, just shy of 3 3/4 on the cutting edge. Sorry you couldn't see that, guys, but trust me. Pretty smooth. Pretty smooth knife overall. Not bad. Nice big finger choil to choke up on. Again, really comfortable knife in my grip, even though it is so big, and you got that splash of blue there in the back spacer. So you'd really have to do some... I'm only a fan of Jade G10 for the fact that it takes dye fairly easily. Other than that, just not crazy about the Jade G10. But feels really good in hand. It's not super chamfered, but the edges that are still fairly square, they're not sharp, they're not uncomfortable at all. I like the black wash on the blade. That drop, you got a swedge. You got a swedge on the spine. You got a swedge more up towards the tip. You got a pretty, that's not a bad, fairly robust tip on it. Really, it's a pretty darn good knife, guys. I was impressed. Never heard really anything of Zone. I mean, I've heard of Steadman. I have a couple of Steadman knives. Like them. No issues with them at all. And you know what? This one, yeah. No issues with this knife whatsoever. The Zone knives, it's the D01 is the model, is not getting chosen. And really, the only reason I'm not choosing it is just because the size, not like it's too big or too heavy or anything like that. It's just I'm looking something from a little bit more in my normal EDC size range. We'll just put it that way. But overall, not a bad knife. I don't know who put this one in, but thanks a lot, guys. I really enjoyed the opportunity to checking that one out. One I'd never heard of before. Last but not least, we have the Browse Blades Spectre. Another really, really nice looking knife. G10 on the handle. Stainless steel here on the clip side. Nice clip. It's got decent in and out of pocket. You'll see there is a little bit of a gap there, but it was pretty good in and out of pocket just the same. D2 blade steel on it. Nice drop point blade. Simple design. Smooth. Not as smooth as some of the others, but again, a really nice knife. Like the way it feels in hand. Good size. I mean, I can get a full 4-finger grip on it. Not much left over. But still, I really like the way this knife feels in hand. You've got the cutouts there for your fingers. Decent access to the frame lock. Yep. There, it dropped pretty good. Got the nail. Really nice knife. This one is going back here for right now. That was my final 3, guys. I'll give you an opportunity right now so you can choose which one you think I picked. Guys, this was an extremely hard decision. You might not think it would be, but I'm telling you, there were some absolutely fantastic knives in this group. You'll notice there was 7. That's because somebody took one out that was... Ray put one in. I forget the name of it. I apologize. You can go back and check out his video, but it was a short, little stubby knife. But it was kind of a high-end knife. And I got these from Jack Farmboy. Jack Farmboy selected that knife, and he felt bad for taking the most expensive knife in the batch, so he put in 2. So, this was my final 3. Have you guys made your decision on which one you think I chose? Alright, guys. Drum roll. The knife I chose. Yep. The Browse Blades Spectre. Guys, for me, this is just... all 3 of them. The Warrior, the Situs, the Spectre. They all felt really good in hand. But the Spectre just... man, I can lock into this knife, and I really like that about an EDC knife. Just, yes indeed. Fantastic knife. I don't remember, I think this one may have came from JT in the beginning, if I'm not mistaken. It is a numbered knife. It is, I have the... let's see, it is number 93 of 500. So it even comes with a little tool. Certificate of authenticity. November of 17. I've only had one other Browse blade on the channel. And yeah, I couldn't pass up the opportunity for this one, guys. So thank you very much, JT. But what am I going to put in? What am I going to put in? Well, I think I'm going to put this one in. And it is the Steel Wheel Piercer. Piercer, G10, D2 blade, F40. I really like the Piercer. The thing I like about the Piercer the most, other than it's just got a chunky little blade on it, is the handle. I really like that handle design. That slightly curved handle. My hand absolutely locks into this knife. Like, it honestly locks in better than my grip does on the browse. It really does. I've had this knife for a while now. It's a liner lock. You got decent access to the liner. I've done a review on the piercer. I went with this one because I like the grip on it so much, and I like the grip on the Spectre, that I just thought, you know, two knives that I really, really like the grip on. I just thought this would be a good replacement. So I hope you guys, some of you haven't had the opportunity to check out a piercer and get the opportunity to check it out. And I hope somebody likes it, chooses it. If not, JT, hey, when they come back to you, I don't know if you've had an opportunity to check out the piercer, but you might get the opportunity now. So thanks a lot, guys. This has been JT's Knife Life. This has been his Give a Knife, Take a Knife. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much, JT, for allowing me to be a part of it. It's awesome, and it's going to go for a while, I think. But if you ever decide to do it again, I'd love to be involved next time. Thanks a lot, guys, for joining me today. As always, like, subscribe, leave me a comment. You know I love talking to y'all. Till next time, I'll talk to y'all later, guys. Bye-bye.